I just want to see a pop-up Samoan drop from Fatu on every single person in this match. I can't believe I'm uttering there's a match between Gunther and Pat McAfee on a PLE card. Gotta be kidding me. What are we doing here? The blood boils with everyone in this ring. Welcome to Left Turns, Right Hooks, episode number 18. I'm your host, Dan Lindsay. On the NASCAR side today, I've got two new drivers trending up and two new drivers trending down after Texas. And on the WWE side, we've got Backlash coming up this week. I've got my takes and predictions for each match on the card. So let's dive right into the 2 up, 2 down for NASCAR this week as the field tackled the bumps of Texas Motor Speedway. I thought each start was electric this week. So much tension each time that green flag dropped, and it was all who got the better push and better timing. Feel really bad for Michael McDowell. I thought he was going to pull it off. He did a really excellent job trying to win that race on 2 tires instead of 4 new tires. Better luck next time, I guess, for McDowell. I hope this is more of things to come for him. He's not on the list this week, but I had to mention him because it had just been a great feel-good story for the NASCAR race this week if he would have pulled off that win. NASCAR is getting to where the tiniest mistake can make you go from 1st to 10th or worse, and the heartbeat on any track, and we saw that a lot this week at Texas. There's the good and bad with that, but I'll focus on the good this week. It made for an entertaining race, in my opinion. Maybe not necessarily a great race, a really good race, however you want to term that, but I was entertained this week, and that's what we want at the end of the day, right? We want to be entertained. I thought Texas was an entertaining race, and that's what we needed after the last few weeks. Heck, we didn't even get the big one in Talladega 2 weeks ago, so we needed some good, fun entertainment at Texas this week, and I felt we got that. But I digress. Let's get into my 2 up, 2 down this week. On the 2 up side, we've got Ross Chastain and Austin Dillon. Ross Chastain, this man doesn't qualify well, but the talent sure is there for this watermelon farmer. Despite bad qualifying a lot this year, he stuck with his car. His team made adjustments at Texas, and thanks to some good timing near the latter part of the race and some bigger cautions and wrecks, he pulled off a 2nd place finish at Texas. His finish was his 6th top 10 this year, his 2nd top 5 of the year, and his 4th top 10 in the last 5 weeks. Now again, Ross doesn't qualify well. He usually ends up between 25th and 35th, but his talent is showing through for a trackhouse team that needs some good stories and good highlights this year. For my other driver, it's Austin Dillon, and RCR is finally coming back to life in recent weeks, at least. While Kyle Busch hasn't had quite the results to show for it, we see Kyle Busch time and again up near the front of the race every single week. He's just not having the results like his teammate, Austin Dillon. He does have the results as of late. Austin Dillon has had a run of 3 straight top 10s, all at 3 different tracks. Bristol, Talladega, and most recently at Texas. Qualifying has been decent for him, especially at Talladega, where both him and Kyle placed in the top 5 at Talladega. Austin Dillon got the win last year, but we all know why he wasn't in the playoffs. But this year, he may not have to resort to questionable tactics to finally nab a win and make some playoff noise. All right, now moving on to the 2 down. A few weeks ago, I mentioned Josh Berry after he won his race at Las Vegas. Well, Josh Berry's on my 2 down this week. The tracks haven't been kind to Josh Berry as of late, despite qualifying 11th or better in the last 3 races. He was a big contender at Texas until the track decided to ruin his day. Those bumps just jumped up and nabbed him while he was leading the race. Very heartbreaking for him. Did not finish the race. So outside of Bristol, the results haven't been good for him lately since his win at Vegas. In 6 races, he has 1 top 15 finish and has finished outside of the top 25 in 4 of those 6 races. I'm sure glad he has a win to make the playoffs, but he needs to hope his luck turns around to show he can be a bona fide contender come playoff time. My second driver on 2 down this week is Ryan Preece. There are a lot of inconsistent drivers in the field right now, but Preece might be one of the worst. And some of this bad luck that he's had isn't really his own doing. Texas really wasn't his fault. He's wrong time, wrong place, but he had a bad finish. Now, in the first 4 races of the season, he had 2 top 30 finishes in 2 of those 4 races, but he still ended up 3rd at Phoenix. And then after Phoenix, he got 2 more top 10s after that. Since that, though, he's managed just 1 top 20, that was Bristol, and has managed just 52 points in total over the last 4 weeks. So he's still at 18th in the point standings, or 19th if you look at it with Josh Berry creating that playoff cut line. But it's still not good. Preece is just trending in the wrong direction. Some of it his fault, some of it not his fault. All right, now that we've done our laps at the track, let's hit the ring for some Backlash predictions. First up, it's the hardest match on the card for me to decide. Dominik Mysterio and Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. And I feel you, AJ, it's a mouthful to pronounce. So on one hand here, I can't help but think Penta winning this would be wonderful. It would be awesome. He is a rising star. He has been on fire literally since he came into WWE. But on the other hand, I can't help but think there will be assistance from Carlito and JD and Finn in this match, or even Carlito and just JD trying to help. Then Finn comes out and is like, no, don't help him. Don't help him. We don't want to help Dom. So that creates even a bigger distraction, but still somehow Dominik retains the title. I don't think they're going to take this title off of Dirty Dom just yet. They just put it on him and haven't told really any stories with him just yet. The boos from WrestleMania weren't there, which I am still shocked by. He was cheered. And he hasn't stepped in the ring to see if we can get those boos or cheers again. So I think that could really tell the story as well. So I don't really think they're going to take this title off him just yet. But if they don't, Penta needs to look really, really good here. Because he can't just lose super clean to Dominik. Dominik can't just be like, match, pin, 1, 2, 3, pin. No. We need chicanery here if Dominik's going to retain and Penta's going to lose. We need that chicanery in one form or the other here. And you can involve the LWO, American Made, El Grande Americano to get that. It could be just JD and Finn and Carlito. That whole mess, all of Judgment Day, creating a distraction, but Dominik's still winning. You can't. I don't think you can take the title off Dom just yet. Penta's going to lose here. My heart really, really wants Penta to win. And I think it's an overused phrase here, but that's okay on this channel. My heart wants Penta to win. But thanks to shenanigans, my brain has to pick Dirty Dom here to retain the title. All right, moving on to Gunther and Pat McAfee. Oh, my word. I can't believe I'm uttering there's a match between Gunther and Pat McAfee on a PLE card. Got to be kidding me here. What are we doing here? I like Pat's personality as much as anyone. Either breath of fresh air. Him and Cole work very well together week in, week out. And he's one tough SOB. He really is. But he's not going to survive one slap to his chest. He's going to crumble. Poor Pat. I think we'll see him off the WWE program. Probably even his own show for a little while, maybe even. And shout out to Sam Roberts for kind of that idea. If Pat just gets chopped to death here, we need to not see Pat McAfee at all for at least a week. Not in WWE programming, not in his show. He needs, this needs to be really sold. He's not winning this match. Thank you, Gunther. This will be a fun way to see Gunther kind of get back into the machine he is. And rumors have it Goldberg is going to come around to set up something after this match. Again, what are we doing here? I don't know. I don't know how true this is. I don't really care if it's true or not, honestly. Yay, Goldberg. Woohoo. Yay, woohoo, go Goldberg. I thought we were moving on from using legends like this, Triple H. I know he wants his retirement match and all that stuff, but this is how we're going to get to that match between Gunther and Goldberg. Nah, I'm going to pass on that one. If they actually are doing this, I'm not going to be the most excited about it. Maybe I'll change my mind if it happens, but And if they do it right, I'm not excited about that part. So we're gonna move this. Gunther's gonna win here. Let's get to that fatal freaking four-way. It's gonna just be a banger of the match. Probably the match of the night between these four gentlemen. Who boy, this is gonna be good. Jacob Fatu, LA Knight, yeah. Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest. The blood boils with everyone in this ring. Fatu can literally do whatever he wants in this fatal four-way. It's going to be incredible, insane, lots of brutality, lots of massive spots. Throw it at any awesome adjective you want to put it here. That will be what this match is. I just want to see a pop-up Samoan drop from Fatu on every single person in this match. Pop-up Samoan drop from Fatu to LA Knight, to Drew McIntyre, to Damian Priest. All three of them. And it's going to be glorious if that happens. Fatu will continue to make a name for himself here. He's going to leave each and every one of these competitors rendered useless. This is, to me, the easiest pick of the card. Jacob Fatu wins this match. He most certainly retains in what will probably be match of the night. Moving on to the only women's match of the card, Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria. There's some fun history here between these two wrestlers that I kind of wish they had more time to go into, but it's kind of one of those, if you know, you know how it's been between both these women. Lyra's promos have been really good. I really commend how they've done that. It's not easy to stand toe-to-toe with Becky Lynch. The turn was so sudden, I was shocked, but I mean, it makes sense. Becky's not always easy to be buddy-buddy with, and she probably wants this title. It's a title she hasn't held, and she wants to hold, which Lyra brought up this past week on Raw, which I thought was really well done. So, I have a hard time picking this one a little bit, too. Lyra seemed to win the pull-apart brawls that they've had, and to me, usually in WWE, if you win the pull-apart brawls, you're not going to probably win the match on the PLE. Not all the time, but majority of the time. So if we go with the wins on the shows before the PLE don't equal a win at the PLE, I feel Becky Lynch is going to win here. I don't want Lyra to lose the belt already. I feel there are plenty of women on the roster that could be helped with this title, with Lyra. Unless they put this as a longer-term story where Becky continues to chase it and she finally is victorious, which would be weird for a heel. It's more of a face thing. I don't think you bring Becky back at WrestleMania, win the tag titles, drop the tag titles the next night, have her turn on someone like Lyra, and not put the belt on her a couple weeks later. So, again, one of those heart wants one thing, head wants the other. I'm going to go with Becky Lynch as the pick here, but kind of wish they wouldn't do that. Maybe it'll surprise me. I'd love to see Lyra win, but maybe she chases for a little bit, and then Becky moves on to Bayley or something else. But we'll see here. But my head is going to pick Becky Lynch here. Now, for the main event, the man that is on his retirement tour versus the Legend Killer. Let's throw this all the way back. One of their matches, very famously known for Cena hitting an RKO on Orton. Orton hitting the attitude adjustment on John Cena. I want to see that in spades this week on Backlash. I want that in spades. I want them to steal moves from each other. I think this will be an entertaining match. It should be. Could very well be an entertaining match. Will be interesting to see how it goes. With Orton in the match and it being in his hometown of St. Louis, this is likely the main event, though I could really argue that Fatal 4-Way is going to be awesome, should be the main event. But it's Orton, it's John Cena, it's in St. Louis. This will be the main event of the match. But I'm okay with that. Ultimately, Cena's going to retain. It might be because of Travis Scott. It might not be because of Travis Scott. It could be something entirely different. I don't think we're going to get a clean win for Cena over here. Maybe it's a rough bump, low blow, Cena wins, we move on. You can do this a lot of different ways, but that seems to kind of be the trope again for Cena here is distraction, what have you. So I think we'll get that again. I kind of hope it's not Travis Scott again. I think we're finally past WrestleMania to like, we're going to remember that, but I don't think we're as upset about that a few weeks later. So I think if they just regurgitate it again, it's going to be a little old. The bloodline's tough where Solo or the Usos always helping out Roman. To me, it was different. And to me, I feel like if they do Travis Scott or something like that again, it's going to be a retread of the bloodline story and those types of shenanigans. And I really don't want them to do that here. So I think Cena retains. Hopefully it's a little bit different of how he retained. It's gonna be backhanded. It's gonna be devilish, whatever word you want to use there. But Cena will retain. It's not gonna be clean. Orton's gonna put up a fight. It'll be great. I'm just glad we get to see this match between these two for likely the last time. One more chapter. But I just don't see Orton winning this match whatsoever. I will go with Cena retaining here. All right, that's all for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you appreciated this video. Hope you liked the video. Please give it a like below. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. We'll love a few more followers here. Share this video with your friends. And in the comments below, let me know what you think of my Backlash predictions and what you think the Backlash will look like from your perspective. And for the NASCAR fans that are watching, who do you think's doing well right now? Who do you think's on the downward trend? Who do we want to watch here for this summer as we hit like the middle of the season right here? Really start to gear up for what the playoffs might look like. So leave your thoughts below. Give the video a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we will catch you next time. I got some big things coming up. We will see Tyler again. We'll see Chris again. We'll see Joe again. We'll do some pods with each of them individually. And then we got something big that we're trying to plan out for Money in the Bank at the beginning of June. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate you watching, and we'll talk to you later.